Whoa! Hello people. Vlog time. Well, I'm sat here. It's Tuesday tea time now, and it is absolutely roasting. It's been red hot all afternoon. No, nothing too much to be honest with you. Sky was absolutely roasting. She's gone through that much water, the dog has. I have as well, and a couple of flasks of coffee. It's been that warm. Nice though, but it's absolutely killed the fishing. I had that barbel this morning. I think that was about 8 o'clock. I left the barbel rods out with barbel baits on till about dinner time, but nothing at all, not even a pluck, not even a knock. So I reeled one rod in and then put a different hook length on, went down to a 7-pound hook length with a 14 hook. Got some maggots and casters out and chopped worm and that, and corn, and had so many casts and had so many bream and so many roach, and then even that died off. But it can't tell, there's been that much traffic today with the boats up and down the river. I mean, at one stage I think there was 5 boats going past at the same time, if you get what I mean, going up and down. It's been that busy since the sun's been out at dinner. And then there's a bloke with a speedboat, and they ski up and down this section of the river. They live just I don't know, 2 mile down the road, because you can see where they're just like tying the boat up now, mooring the boat. I mean, at the end of the day, they've got every right to be on the river, but the trouble is, the thing is, when they're jet skiing, they're going side to side, so they're not just going down one side of the river or whatever like the boats, they're going across both sides completely, and they've been at it for what, nearly 2 hours. So I took my rods out about hour and 20 minutes ago or something like that, because at the end of the day you can't leave them in, because if you're not sat exactly on your rods and you've nipped at the toilet and you're doing something, at the end of the day they're going to take your rods in the water, and it ruins the fishing. It does where the barbel's concerned. There's no way they're going to be feeding and hanging about while they're up and down with that, and it's constant. Once they're in it, you see, they're up and down. But yeah, I should imagine those of you that fish on the river know that anyway, from your own experiences. That's the only trouble, sometimes it can ruin it like that. So I've took the rods out of the water, and then I'm going to rest the swim for another hour. I've just just got my hook lengths on, ready for tonight, set up for the barbel. In fact, actually, I'll quickly show you my rig on one of them. We can see, hold on, let's have a look folks. All it is we've got 12-pound main line. I've got the feeder running on a bead, Preston feeder bead with a snap. There, look, if I want to change the feeder, it's a 2-ounce cage feeder. I've got a little Preston's quick change bead, and then my hook length, I don't know if you can pick that out, is a twizzled. It's twizzled. Basically I put the 2 lines together, twizzle them, and then put the knot in it further down, and what that does is basically it causes a boom. So as well as having the boom off of the bead, it also thickens this bit of line up to here, and that's longer than the feeder, so it kicks it away from the feeder, and you never get tangles with it, never. Whether you've got a double bait on, a single bait, worm, caster, I never get tangles with it. And then all I'm doing, it's just down to a size 6 up with 2 boilies on a fairly longish hair, with a straight point hook on, and then the other rig's basically very similar, not much difference apart from the size of the hook. I've got a size 8 on the other one, which is a Camazan hook, where I have a single pellet on. or 2 smaller pellets. Or what my idea is tonight, I've chopped some meat as well, so I'm going to give meat a little bit of a try as well. It's on one of the rods, I think, and see how that goes. What I've done is I've chopped a load of luncheon meat up, like that, with a knife. In fact, it's not luncheon meat, tell a lie, it's bacon grill. So I've cut it into all individual different size cubes, different sizes, not just the same size. And then I've poured some garlic and pepper all over the meat, and then shook it all up and left the meat in the garlic and pepper, so it's got 2 or 3 different flavours running off of it. And what I should do with that is I should put a piece on the hook, and I should crumble a few bits up with inside the feeder. You can do it the other way around if you want. You can put a PVA bag around the feeder and put bigger cubes in, but the trouble is it's a bit of a nightmare. Keep prattling about with the PVA bags all the time. It is if you keep getting pickups, but I shall see. If it don't work when we're putting the meat inside the feeder, and that's probably what I will do. But that's what I'm going to do, and then I shall fish into darkness again tonight. But then tomorrow, come 10 o'clock in the morning, I shall put both rods onto like maggot rigs and caster rigs and worm rigs with smaller hooks, lighter hook lengths. And I might, if there's not too much boat traffic, put a keep net out, and then I'll do fish for up till tea time and see what sort of poundage I get out. I mean, some days you can fill the net right up, you can fill 3 or 4 rings of the net up, then other days, like today, it's been a bit, I've had a few out, but not loads. See, there's another boat now, look at all the waves coming up in the water. It's come so far up and then it's turned round again and stopped right in front of the other lad's swims down there and at the edge of mine. I don't understand why they do it, I don't. I think sometimes they just do it on purpose. But there's 2 lads come earlier on, they've been fishing at Farnard, but they said not much happening there. So it's as dead as a doornail in the day, and then come 11 o'clock at night there's nothing else happening there. So the trouble is they're sat behind rods all the time for the barbel, and you're only getting so many hours where you're getting them, you see, which tends to be at night time for a few hours, and then first thing in the morning until about 9-10 o'clock in the morning. So only really getting 4 hours in the morning to have a go at them, and probably 3 or 4 hours at night to have a go at them. Whereas the rest of the day, you know, you can have the rods out there all day and you just don't get them. I did this when I was here last time and I didn't get them, but it's still so hot. It is. I've got my drink anyway. I better not forget about that, so I'll go cold. Cheers, people. What I'm going to start doing is, now I've started doing these videos, is I've downloaded a thing to my phone, an app, an editor. It's got music and different bits and bobs on it. It ain't got loads on it, but you can do certain things, and I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Start trying to edit my videos, what I do for you. Instead of me putting loads and loads of short videos on YouTube, I think what I'm going to try and do is put them all together so they're all in one lot. But what they'll come out like, I don't know. See, really I need a new computer so I can edit and do them properly, because you can get better programs downloaded for the computer. But so I'll just have to see how I get on that, on the phone one. Just heard that bloke shouting. I don't know who's shouting at. I think he's shouting his mate. Sometimes it sounds like they're right next to you, but they're not. They're about, I bet you they're about, oh I don't know, about 500 yards away, 600 yards away, probably more. But there's still boats up and down. So, in fact there's another one here now, look. I'll show you. Just going past. Sounds like their engine's cut out. See what I mean? That's what you've got to put up with. And there it goes. See, it came off. It came off, that's what it was. That boat a minute ago, it came off. And the trouble is, look at the water now, look. You've got to keep that in the water, and you keep that it's going down the river in this line. Honestly, it's going tattars. The thing is, that's with him just starting the boat up and going straight. When he comes back, he'll be going from side to side of the river, and the waves are twice as high as that. And he's completely stirring all the shit up on the bottom. The water's gone that coloured. Because it's not very deep here, it's only about 7 foot maximum in places. The rest of it, it's only like 3 foot, 4 foot deep. So, yeah, but that's what I'm going to do, people. I'm going to try and so I can get my channel a bit better that I've got. If I can keep doing these videos, and I might start doing some other bits and bobs on them. You know, showing you how to tie certain rigs and just little tips, that's all. You know, little things like, I don't know, when you're putting a pellet on, instead of just putting like your bait stop on as normal, when you're on the river, if you do that, a lot of the times the bait stop comes away and the pellet will fall off. We use 2 lots of bait stops, but instead of putting it through the hair and letting the hair rest on the bit of the bait stop that you normally do, put it on the bit in between the 2 bait stops, then it clasps it down tightly and leaves the 2 ends sticking out like that, and it's impossible for the pellet to come off. You know, little tips like that, that's when I start doing things like that. I've got no end of ideas and stuff, but so I'll just have to see, that's all. But what I do need is for everybody to start liking my videos and even subscribing. I've got so many subscribers already, and I'm starting to get quite a few views now, but you've got to remember, this is only the 4th one I've done. I only started not long ago, and I'm doing all this off of a little Sony camera. It's a little Sony Cybershot, but it's brilliant for doing this type of thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a pod, and then eventually I'm going to get myself a DSLR camera for doing my shots of my fish. And I want to get a new camcorder so that I can have the camcorder set up all the time on the tripod, ready to film any fish I have. Same with the camera on a tripod, it's ready to take photographs so that they're set up, and then that way I can keep using this one for doing like what I'm doing now, and then use them two just for filming around the fish shots or anything along them lines. But the camcorder, the video recorder, what I've looked at, there's a JVC one, and there was £400 before, but they've been dropped to £250, and the waterproof as well, up to 5 metres, so you can use them underwater as well. Obviously completely waterproof. You can download straight to YouTube off of it, whereas with this, what I do with this is link this to my phone via NFC. What I do is I touch this camera, I touch it on my mobile phone, and I've got Play Memories installed into this camera, this Sony, and into my mobile, my Samsung. I touch the 2 devices together, and it downloads all my picture and my film from this onto my phone. So anything with NFC, that's what this little camera will do. This little camera should have been £250, but I got it in the sale at £159 at Christmas. So it's absolutely brilliant for doing these sort of things. It just shows you don't have to go out and spend, you know, 400, 500, 600 quid. If you're wanting to do like what I'm doing here, one of these is ideal for it. Plus it takes absolutely fantastic pictures as well. It has got a zoom on it as well, so you can zoom in on certain things, but obviously longer shots and stuff like that it'll struggle with. But it has got built-in flash, everything's auto on it. You can do landscapes, you can add effects to it as well. But it's just a good little camera for taking pictures and doing a bit of film if you can't afford anything else. You know, if you're in a situation like me where I've been off of work for off and on for nearly 2 years because of my accident, once I get back to work, they're the two things that I need to get camera side. A DSLR camera, you're looking at about 250 quid, and then about £250 for the JVC camcorder. But then I'm set up there and I've got them things, and I should get, God, I should get 10 years out of them, you know, because they're all HD as well. So anyway, I'm waffling again. I think what I'm going to do now, people, is finish my drink. Look at the sun, look. I don't know if you can see that. Still really warm. Now there's a plane going over. But yeah, so fingers crossed to get some more barbel tonight, people. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. But I'll do another vlog tomorrow. But if I get any fish tonight, I'll just switch the camera on, do a few photos, and then just do a little bit of quick filming. But hopefully with that editing program that app that I've got, sorry, I should be able to bunch it all together. I'll just have to see first. Not promising anything, but hopefully, people, because it'd be a lot better for you to view then. Instead of having to keep prattling about, if you do like watching my videos, prattling about watching all the little snippets here and there. It'll be a lot less hassle. It will. The fishing dog, she's fast asleep. She is. She's behind the bivvy. She's conked out. Just cleaned her ears, give her a brush. She's had a walk. She's had a tea. I had 2 quarter-pounders. Oh, beautiful it was. Absolutely beautiful. And a banana, and then she's had a food with a bit of ham in it. So, right, I'm going to sign off anyway for now, people. Tight lines.